What is up, SODO population? As always, I'm your host, Frozen Stratos, and today we're doing we have some really major stuff coming out of SODO yet again from the blog this weekend, and I just sort of want to dive into it. Obviously, we are going to be talking about this brand new voting block, this new voting period that we're going to be heading into. But before that, I just wanted to let you know that, hey, there's a little bit of Kamen Rider Fi's news regarding this release. It turns out this Autovaijin has been so popular that they decided, hey, we're going to do a second run. And now that they're so close to developing, or at least manufacturing these, they were able to get some samples in, and they look really, really good. We get a great look at the tampograph printing on the chest, and even a little bit on the arms, and it is crisp. And here he is next to Fi. So if you haven't already, they're doing a second run. I just wanted to get this out to you on the top, just because, you know, if you wanted this, you have a second opportunity if you missed it the first time. Anyways, that's it for this guy. Let's just talk about this, huh? We're doing a little bit of a different format here, because I feel like I haven't been able to fully discuss a lot of the characters coming in here. So we're doing another vote. Now, if you missed this, I guess, sort of situation the first time, SODO had done a vote for all the figures that they missed in their retail lines. They did the vote, they held it. We don't know who won yet, but the winners are going to be made in SODO. Now they're doing it again, except we're going to be doing this for SODO Chronicle. That's right. So SODO Chronicle is probably going to move forward with some of your older figures, or like older rider heroes and villains, and I just sort of want to take you through the site a little bit and sort of show off what they have to offer. Alongside with the vote, basically, you're voting for two different things. You're voting for figures they haven't made yet, and figures that they've already made, and if you want a re-release of them, they're going to be re-releasing them with different paint. I think it's supposed to be better paint, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, these are the two different buttons you can click, but they did want to mention this is coming up on SODO Chronicle's 5th anniversary, so that's sort of why they're doing this, as well as, you know, SODO doing this as well. So yeah, a lot of cool information here. I do believe this is sort of where they talked about the information coming out about the paint and all that stuff and what you can do. These are going to be Premium Bandai either releases, or they're going to be doing the votes on Premium Bandai. This isn't Premium Bandai, obviously, but Premium Bandai is involved. I think when I translated this, it said something along the lines of it's coming through Premium Bandai, but I'm not 100% sure. You know, translations can get a little wonky here and there. But yeah, let's, now that we've seen that, let's dive into what we have in terms of candidates, and they are very, very good. Obviously, you know I've been an advocate for getting a SODO, a SHODO, any type of Kamen Rider Aqua, and now's the opportunity. We have been cheated out of him for years. There was a teaser so long ago. It was blue text, and it said there was a character coming soon. And it was not Aqua, it was just one of the foot soldiers from Geo. But now we have an opportunity to fix that. So let's take a look at what we've got. So this first row, we've got who I believe is that dream sequence of Akiko wearing the double suit and, you know, wielding her slipper. Obviously, you can vote for whatever you'd like, but really, you could just make a slipper accessory and put it in the hand of your SODO figure before. This is interesting because double is pretty much done. in terms of SODO. They're really diving into Kamen Rider Double in Shodo Double Cross now. So it's surprising to me that this figure was even considered here. If anything, like if we needed anything at all from this, just a slipper. That's all I need, you know? But on top of that, we have Mini Den-O at number 2 and Pretty Den-O for number 3. I would take a Pretty Den-O. I don't know what I'd do with a Mini Den-O. Because, well, here's the thing. If you make a Pretty Den-O, I'm pretty sure you could probably just take off the bows and stuff and use that as a Mini Den-O as well. So you could double up on that. I'm just trying to, if you're figuring out your vote, you know, just this is some information to consider. But if I want anything out of this, definitely, out of these three, definitely the Pretty Den-O. Then we have some movie stuff. We have Gao. We have new Den-O in the Deneb's form, Altair. And then I think this is Yuki, right? This is the main form, and this is the possessed form, question mark. Someone can correct me in the comments down below. This one's G Den-O. Look, not big on cops, but I do love that suit. That is a good looking suit. And I have sort of been wanting this a lot. So if I could get one of these, I'd be so happy. Then we have like I guess some of the random villains that showed up in one of those Den-O movies. And then we also get new Den-O's weapons of Momotaros, Ryutaros, and oh no, did I forget it? The blue one. I don't know if I got these out of order or not. I'm gonna get flamed in the comments. But we also have a no image thing here, and what I got for that is I do believe it is the kangaroo pants of O's, so that's very nice. We have been waiting for, you know, just kangaroo representation for any of the double stuff. They also have an entry for the kangaroo arms, because you could swap the kangaroo to the legs and to the torso. So, I mean, honestly, I'd just like a set. If they wanted to give us just the head and then the kangaroo arms and legs, that would be great. Then you wouldn't need the rest of them, because we already have this O's stuff. You have plenty of it. But yeah, like I said, I'm wondering if this vote is just for them to use as a guide to gauge interest and whatnot. And if that is the case, I hope that means that, you know, these things can change in terms of like ergonomics. Like maybe just give us the slipper for double. Maybe just give us, you know, O's with the Taka head and then the two kangaroo bodies. Who knows? That's sort of what I'm looking at in terms of like what I'd want out of this. Anyway, here he is, my boy, Aqua. I've been waiting for him. I've been wanting him, and I know a lot of you have been wanting him. I've been voting for him basically every day, and I'm going to do that right now. So last time, I think they did an update to their site. Because initially, us in America and abroad, like not in Japan, we were all able to vote. But after a while, after they updated it to change some of the like the voting rules and stuff, we weren't able to vote after that. So now I'm glad, you know, they've gone ahead and either fixed that or have not made the same mistake as they did last time. I don't know what that is. What that would have been. And then we get Poseidon. He looks really good. Very excited to see if we could get something like this. And I will say, it is a little depressing to see some of the figures in here. Like, I know a lot of people have been wanting Aqua. He's been requested in the surveys for a long, long time. And I suppose Poseidon is probably in that same camp. But that means that if they are being relegated to this vote, maybe that means if they don't win the vote, they won't make it? I don't know. At this point, we all don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping they're using it to gauge interest and then make as many of these as they can down the line. And who knows, maybe years later, we can vote on more things. So maybe not all is lost if your vote doesn't win. Let's take a look at a few more things. Now, we have O's and birth, and the O's here, this is the Hina, right? Hina? Yeah, it's, the strong girl from O's. This is her version of the O's suit. Do we need it? You could really just put your Shodo figure right next to your SODO figure, and it'll sort of scale right. We've also got a birth here. I will not be like, I didn't know who, like, that there was a different person under the suit until I read it on here. So if somebody hasn't seen the birth special recently, I don't want to spoil that for them because this accidentally spoiled it for me. But it is another version with another person in it. And yeah. Anyway, next up is Watermelon Arms. I assume this is Gaim because, he's just the one that gets everything. And we have a few other variations. I believe this is the movie version of Evil Gaim. We have tons of different armors, like rider armors and stuff. Stuff that, you might not need. We have another blank to fill in here, and that would be Fresh Gaim. That one would actually be pretty cool, just since, it changes the armor a little bit, like it makes some of it orange. It'd be neat to see, and obviously more of a tough custom to make, just because you have those sparkles in there, and that would be difficult to either freehand or, paint on your own. So I would like something like this, but in terms of priority, pretty low on the list. Anyway, oh, that's not right. We also have the Apple armor for Baron. We have, these two different, actually three, I guess, three different Legend Rider forms. We have the Watermelon Arms prototype for... Oh no, how did I forget his name? The guy that's typically Melon, Takatora. And then we have the movie form for Knuckle, so that's really cool. I do wonder if they are going to end up reusing the O's parts, or if they're just going to say, oh, hey, that's part of a different mold, so we had to make a completely new one. Obviously, those arms aren't there, but, we have, I believe this is the Dragon Fruit for... Man, how am I forgetting all these names? He used to be the Lemon Man, and now he's Dragon Fruit Man. This is technically, I will say, technically, this should count as a different character, right? Because this is the cyborg version of Ryoma, right? I think I got that right. This is a cyborg version of Ryoma. So technically, it's a different character because it's an AI recreation that Mega Hex made. I know, Kamen Rider. God, I hope I got that information right. We also have the prototype Lemon Armor on him as well. That would be cool. I would like an armor pack upgrade set if they were going to go ahead and give us these figures. Anyway. And then we have a ton of different forms for 15. These look pretty good. Obviously I want everything. But really, you can just make 115 figure and put the armors in there, right? You could do that. Because I think that would be a lot easier on the wallet. And, you really don't have to fill out the vote with all of these, honestly. But I do appreciate it. It shows that they are, paying attention. I understand it's a situation where it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You'll get people in the surveys being like, oh, what about this? Yeah, it's here. It's here. You're not going to vote for it, but it's here for all you naysayers and all that stuff. So I get it. I get it. But we don't need individual figures for these. So, anyways, we have the two movie riders here. Forgot this guy's name, but I think this guy's named Kamuro. They both have the Apple situation going on, but I think this guy's a good guy. We also have Jam. I believe this is the version from the end of the show. Then we have Blood Orange Gaim. That looks really good. I kind of want that one as well. To me, it's on about the same level as fresh orange. Except I guess this one's a little higher up for me, mostly because it is a different character? Question mark? I think it was. We also have the original wielder of the apple arms, so that's really cool. Um, I God, okay, this one's escaping me. I don't quite know where he's from, but he is using the dragon fruit arms. We also have, I think this guy's Savior, and then we also have Black Baron, I think, which could double if you wanted. This could double as the prototype Baron from the stage show, as long as you omit the detailed like curvature patterns. You could paint on silver if you want, and it would be the prototype one, or maybe it's reversed. Maybe it's the other way around. Either way, this has multiple uses, I'm sure. We've got another no image here, and I just wanted to fill in that blank. It is actually going to be a blank form Oja. So that's really cool. He is notably the only Ryuki figure here. And I will talk about notable exclusions later. But for now, let's continue on. This is one of those things that's sad to see. Is this hinting at like they weren't going to make these at all? Or is this just to silence the people that were going to be like, oh, what about these guys? So we have the 3 movie writers from Godspeed Love. I really like these guys. I love the Kabuto suits. And I say this fully knowing that I have not stickered a single thing on my SODO Kabuto, but I want them to do all of it. Like, they are so close. They are painfully close to finishing Kabuto, and I feel like these guys would make a really nice set. Really nice premium Bandai set. Come on, guys. Another nice premium Bandai set would have been all 4 of these different variants of the Trooper class. God, I don't know. When the camera turns on, I start forgetting stuff. I knew these guys' names before. But, yeah. Zek Troopers. What am I, stupid? So you got the standard ones, you've got the Zabi ones, you've got the training gear ones, I think, and then you have these silver ones that I don't remember what those were for. But if anything, I want these 2. You could put them in the pack, in like just a separate pack for me. That'd be great. Thank you so much. You could honestly just make a pack of this and include gold stickers. Please, please, like. This is all black. You don't need to do any painting. I know SODO, yeah, they're probably going to like go above and beyond if they ended up doing these, but I don't know. I like these were my Guardians before Guardians. I love these suits, and they have been reused so many times. I think I saw them in Den-O. I saw like anytime there was a rider after Kabuto, these at least chest armors were used. So if they made these, they could make their money back on that mold. I'm just saying. Like, there's plenty of things you can do with this. Just give me a trooper pack. I need a trooper pack. Anyways, I did, before we end off here, like, we have 52 of them. That's really cool. Before we end off here, I want to talk about a few of the notable exclusions. For Gaim, actually, for a lot of these guys, a lot of what I'm seeing is no bikes. Now, Double was lucky enough to get his bike. We saw earlier that Fies got his bike, but technically you could count that as another character if you want, I guess, and maybe that's why they did it. But it's interesting that Ryuki, none of it was even pictured here, but the only representation for Ryuki was the blank form of Oja. And I honestly thought, because they said, hey, we made a mold specifically for Oja because he's thicker, and we plan to use it later. This is your reuse. Why haven't you done it yet? Why are you leaving it up to a vote? Maybe, once again, it is to appease the people that would ask where it was. But I don't know. Why is this the only representation for Ryuki? Like, you have you have 3 bikes in your line, but none of them are the main bike. So I don't know where that bike is. Are they just not considering bikes? Because O's doesn't have his bike. And I think for Gaim, the Sakura Hurricane, Rose Attacker, those two haven't been done. You even have that like hover bike. You have that other Lockseed that turns into a chicken walker. You have tons of other things. So the only, I guess, representation for mechanics here is this one. And it's technically a form, which I get. But I would have liked to have seen more mechanics-based things here. We do have some really cool representation. Another thing I'm wondering, maybe later on down the line, Oja gets like his, what is it, savior form or something, like, you know, his final form that they only ever made concept art of. I guess they're only doing on-screen things, but it would have been cool to see some concept art forms in here. Anyways, that's just sort of my overview of this. I hope I've at least helped inform you of these choices. You can vote once per day if you would like. And obviously, like I said, I've been voting for my boy Aqua. I've been waiting for him for years. If you could throw a few votes his way, I'd be very appreciative. Let me know in the comment section down below any of the exclusions you found from this wave of I guess, you know, considerations for them. They did say they did miss a few, and maybe it was for brevity. Maybe it was for, you know, the fact that they couldn't make it. Like, it couldn't actually be made. Like, obviously, we saw that another Ichigo was in the last poll, but in this poll, we don't have Kamen Rider Core. What's that about? Where's Core? This is Core erasure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so excited about these polls. This is the second poll, and I think we're geared up to either get a third poll or just something else amazing. So they said they're doing 4 months of giveaways in Japan. I'm not covering it here because we can't get it, but 4 giveaways. The first giveaway they were giving away, you know, ID 1. The second giveaway that they're talking about is the SODO vote from earlier. This is the third giveaway they're announcing. I would like to know what the fourth one is, and if it would relate to something as big as this. I have no idea. But I do believe that's it for this vote. Before we go, I did want to mention that, hey, SHODO-O, I think this is 10, is coming out. It's either just released or about to be released, and the blog had some really mind-blowing images that I kind of, you know, wanted to display here. We're even getting a white wizard, which is really cool. It's to coincide with, and forgive me, you're about to feel old. It's going to coincide with Wizard's 10th anniversary. But yeah, White Wizard looking very good here. A lot of the cloaks and stuff, that's done in PVC, so it won't get in the way of posing. And then, you know, Bloodstock looks very good with all the other ones. Just wanted to let you know this is going to be available very soon. If you didn't pre-order it, maybe those are coming up on your preferred retailer. Anyways, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet had your Kamen Rider fill, might I interest you in this video? We did a Kamen Rider breakdown 2 weeks ago. We took a week off because the blog was gone, but here it is in full. If you would like to click on it, this is your opportunity now. And also, don't forget. Oh no, where's my key? I cleaned my desk for this. Oh, keep it. Yeah, there we go. Sentai News tomorrow.